Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
It's times like this that make me wonder how an existentialist from the northern beaches of Sydney ended up in a village in England as an ordained Buddhist ringing church bells on the weekend for fun. And along the same lines, how an Australian, a mob that prides itself as being defiantly anti-authority, finds itself working at the administrative centre of the community and giving a talk in praise of structures that support and to an extent define that community. Ama O Dharma Wondrous Stream. Anyway, I'm here, and this morning I hope to communicate three things. Firstly, that there's been a great deal of thought put into how the Order, this incredibly important vehicle for the communication of the Buddha's teachings, will continue to thrive and grow after Sangharakshita dies. Secondly, that the structures and institutions that have been put in place are just webs of Kalyana Mitrita, connecting women and men who have chosen this way to serve Sangharakshita's particular vision for communicating the Dharma. And importantly, that in getting a better understanding of this aspect of Triratna, people feel that they're able to engage with and influence these structures, because it's only through collective engagement that Triratna can continue to be relevant to us as members and as a vehicle for taking the Dharma into the world. And that's where the co-creation and the bodhicitta bits come into my talk. But I'd like to start with the Buddha, and more particularly with the Buddha's central teaching, Pratityasamutpada. Things, phenomena, arise and come into being upon conditions and fall, when those conditions fall or change. We are all here listening to this talk at this Order weekend on the basis of a whole range of conditions, probably hundreds of thousands of them if we looked at them carefully. But let's just take one, and it's the one that we all have in common. In 1967, Sangharakshita started teaching meditation in the basement of a building in West London. 1 year later, he ordained a group of people into what is now the Triratna Buddhist Order. Now, in 2015, there are hundreds of autonomous Buddhist centres and groups in 27 different countries around the world. There are over 1,800 members of the Order, and in India alone, there are more than 1,000 women and men training for ordination. I see some nodding, furious nodding. Every day there are hundreds of people walking through the doors of Triratna centres to learn how to meditate and transform their lives through the practice of the Dharma. And as you walk through the door of any of those centres, anywhere in the world, language differences aside, there is a familiarity. You know you are practicing in a Triratna centre. That sort of sustained growth doesn't just happen. It requires vision, it requires planning, commitment, and a sensitivity to context and conditions. It's a reflection of Sangharakshita's genius, that he not only provided a particular presentation of the Dharma that is accessible to people living in the West, but he also thought deeply and carefully about and has overseen the development of structures, organisations and processes that have allowed this presentation to flourish over the last 48 years and hopefully well into the future.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.